Okay, so safety issues are be safe shooting at home if you do what I do. I would suggest doing something that I did when I first started shooting Asiatic style thumb draw and Slavic draw. And that would start at 5 feet from the target and work on two things. Number one is if you're shooting Slavic draw, how you put your fingers on there and where you put it on your knocking point. I'm doing down knocking on this one. So when I'm shooting, the second point is to make sure the arrow is straight into the target. You want to do that because if it's not straight, you either have a problem with how you knock the arrow and the way you put your fingers to support the arrow on the string, and or your release is not consistent with the katra. You have to learn to roll that katra. And then you have the second problem could be with the arrow itself not being straight or being too heavy for the string and bow. This is a 50-pound bow. So this arrow is fine for what it is, and it did go straight into the target as I released it. So on this example, it's fine, it's true. But if you start to have problems with the arrow not going straight, then you have to look at what you're doing. I would suggest trying to put your camera on slow-mo or getting software on your computer or camera or your app or whatever app you use the slow-mo to see what's going on. So that can work. So for me, I really don't contra all the time that great, and it just all depends upon because I shoot so many variations of arrows. Okay, so the example is I'm going to pick these two arrows up as they are. Do you see the difference in size? Okay, so this is mainly because I have a very large broadhead on here, but it's still going to be, this is 125 grain polymer from Cold Steel, cheap shot, and this is just a very, very pointy broadhead I would use for small game hunting or medium sized coyote sized game hunting. It will penetrate and go through. Will not cause a lot of damage, but will cause a lot of bleed out, and it won't come out cleanly because of the way it's fish hooked or angled out or away from the point. So always remember to start very, very close. That way you're not shooting wild arrows, because if you start at 20 yards or 30 yards and you're just starting off shooting, you are not going to be consistent on your target hits like I am. I mean, that's an 18-inch target wide by, yeah, 18 inches square is the one in the back. But as far as 3D target goes, 18 by 18 is where my target area is. And I'm normally in a group about like that, about the size of a grapefruit in the target at any given point with 3 arrows. So always be safe.